This video is for the women out there, for women who want to level up, right? Women who want to have a better experience with their husbands, their boyfriends, their side guys, the Chad guy at work, the ex, the freaking, your kids, your son, your dad, your uncle, anyone, any male in your life. If you want to have a better quality relationship, listen up. A lot of women will disagree with me strongly. I'm going to offend a lot of women in this video. My goal isn't. My goal is to help. Okay? So if you're offended, that's not my goal. My goal is to help you. And if you're offended, it's a choice. And you can disagree with me, but you still will be wrong on this topic on this video. Okay? I'll share your comments down below, by the way. Most women don't understand that it doesn't matter how good she looks. It doesn't matter how good she looks. It doesn't matter how good the sex. It doesn't matter how keen on the sex she is. All right? There's a guy out there somewhere who is just sick of the whining and or the nagging. Okay? Just how it is. Okay? Now before you click off, he's misogynist guy, listen up. All right? It's the feminine. All right? The feminine nature, what a lot of guys don't understand, is the female's like the weather. The feminine is like the weather. It's hot, cold, stormy, calm, just 1 minute tornado, next dead calm, eye of the storm. Guys don't understand that, all right? And women understand that, and that's fine. That's just the feminine, all right? But if a woman, all right, regardless of her age, all right, doesn't matter if she's 18 or 80, if she can develop emotional state control, she is going to crush it in life relative to her twin who doesn't have enough emotional state control. It doesn't matter the age. I know 18-year-olds out there, 18-year-old women, all right, who are very, very emotionally mature. More emotionally mature than some 60-year-old women I've met, okay? They're like, that's what I'm talking about, okay? So emotional maturity isn't an age thing, it's a choice thing. Because there's plenty of women out there, some people call them Karens or whatever, and they're just out of control. But you think, wow, you're 50 or you're 60 or you're 80 or you're 35 or whatever, but you're acting like a Karen. You're out of control, okay? So again, it just proves that emotional maturity, aka the ability to choose and control our thoughts and emotions and feelings, that's a choice thing. It's not an age thing, okay? We expect with people, as they get older, they have better emotional maturity, but it's not always the case. So if a woman can control her emotional state control, and she can resist whining and resist and or nagging her man in her life, she's going to have a lot better fun with that guy. Because in nature, what happens is the mother animal, the mother mammal, typically will whine and nag the male adolescent to make it flee the nest. My mom did that. When I was 16, 15, 17, she'd nag, whine, just being a mum, and I was just thinking, man, I don't want to be at home anymore, right? Because my testosterone was getting crushed, okay? My mum was doing a perfect job of that, right? She was helping me get out of the house, fly the coop, become a man, let that testosterone develop and circulate in my brain, not just in my lower brain, but in my top brain. Men have two brains, down below, up top. And so that, now I've got a taste of freedom. Like, yeah, I like this. I want to have more testosterone vibes going on in my head. And I don't have that when I'm having a nagging or whining mother who just means well. Like, mum just means, mumsy means totally well, okay? But that's why women nag, guys, all right? Women nag to push you away, push you out of the nest, okay? So you don't stay in the nest and become this like 30-year-old or 50-year-old or 60-year-old guy living at home with mummy still, okay? Which is fine if that's your goal. And exceptions are the rule, exceptions exist. But I'm just saying that's why women nag, to push guys away, okay? And doesn't it do a good job, right? Doesn't it lower your testosterone? Like me, I'm addicted to testosterone. I didn't even know it. I'm addicted to it. I'm addicted to fresh air. I'm addicted to good food and good vibes and good times. I'm addicted to it. I need that every single day. I've got to have my carbohydrate. I've got to have my water. I've got to have a bit of movement. I've got to have my sleep. I'm so addicted to sleep. I just have to have sleep every day. Enough sleep. I don't feel as good. Same with testosterone. I don't like hanging around whiny people or naggy people. I'm like, it's just like, I can't do that. It's suffocating, okay? regardless if they're nice people, regardless if the sex is amazing or if they're really attractive or whatever. I just find it hard to hang around whiny, naggy people because it lowers my testosterone, and I don't like being in situations that elevate my cortisol and elevate my cortisol and decrease my test. Okay, so that's what women do. Feminine guys can do that as well. Beta guys can do that, and it just turns off the testosterone in men pretty much. All right, it just does. All right, it just does, and especially in 2022. All right, if you're an experienced guy like me and you've been around the traps, you've had your relationships, you've had your threesomes, you've been there, done that, and you're looking for, when I have a girl living with me, the standards are really, really high. Right? She has to behave a certain way. She has to do certain things, and likewise, and it makes me want to give to her. Right? What do women want mainly? Masculine presence. What does that look like? Attention, focused tasks, good sex. Extras, all right? That's what women want, masculine presence, guys. It doesn't matter how much money you have or how tall you are or how big your schlong is. Those things definitely do help. But if you're lacking in masculine presence, the woman soon loses interest, all right? Masculine presence, that is the name of the game, guys. Do a deep dive in masculine presence, what that means. And so when a woman is nagging and whining, maybe it's your girlfriend, all right, she's just trying to get your masculine presence, all right? And one day she did that in the past, or she did it with another guy, and it worked. She whined or she nagged, and she got some masculine presence. So she's like, if I whine and I nag, I'll get some attention, okay? Some masculine presence, that's what I want. And so what happens if if a girl does that to me, and I'll pull back further, and she does it even louder, I'm just like, I'm out of there, you know what I mean? I don't even know why, but she probably doesn't even know why, but she just pushed me away. She just pushed my testosterone. See you later, bye-bye, I'm out of there. Okay, and the cortisol is going, it's fight or flight. Okay, it's fight or flight. And for me, I can't be around any woman who doesn't want to be around me, who doesn't have a burning desire to be around me. I'm just like, I'm done. And so when I get the nagging and the whining, I get it as well. That's the feminine. Subconsciously, I get that, but consciously, consciously I get that part, but subconsciously it pushes me away. I don't even know why. My libido's less towards her, and maybe it's more towards someone else, some other female who gets it, who's preserving that testosterone in me, the endogenous testosterone vibes, stimulating that. It's just nature. I don't make the rules. All right, look at Arnold Schwarzenegger. Right, look at Arnold Schwarzenegger. He had the Mexican housewife who isn't a Victoria's Secret model. All right, isn't someone you expect that Arnie would want to have a baby with or whatever. Okay, I don't make the rules. This is what social society says. But because she was so nice and so understanding and didn't whine and didn't nag, she landed Arnold Schwarzenegger. All right? Meanwhile, his starlet wife or whatever, who looks like resting bitch face Karen, he'd prefer to be with the maid than the model, okay? Because you can guarantee what the model was doing. She's like, pushing him away, lowering his testosterone, okay? Lowering his testosterone. So what do they do in marketing? All right, they use pictures of women with seductive looks or vibes that raises the testosterone in men and makes them want to buy things. Maybe now it's a bit different. They use these resting bitch face people who are about to do a fake rape Me Too claim, and that doesn't raise testosterone in real men. They're just like, okay, I'm not going to wear that stuff because might be a fake rape claim coming through. When the face is like this, like I can't do a face. When the face is like that on the girl, the brain, the subconscious brain of the experienced man that women prefer goes, shit, she's not happy. This could be a fake rape claim in 2022. I'm out of here. I don't feel safe. I'm pulling back. She ain't stable. She could just flip and say bullshit. I'm outie. All right. Or you're gonna be pressing record and doing screenshots. You're not gonna feel safe around a woman like that, because she might just call the police and say, I actually didn't consent to that. That was 10 years ago. I didn't consent to that. And the guy's just going to be like, I'm outie. I don't want to be around that. It's too dangerous. Just like the woman. doesn't want to be around the Chad who looks the part and gets all their luteinizing hormone peaking. But you think, oh, he's a violent dude, like he's a violent person. Right? You might think he's hot, but you know he's violent, or he was violent. You'd be like, oh, I don't feel safe around him. You're not going to feel safe around him. Even the most full goth chick, is going to be thinking, oh, I don't know about this. Okay? Same with the guys, right? Any woman can weaponize, a fake rape claim or whatever today in 2022, okay? And every experienced guy knows that. So women, when you're around experienced guys, or any guy for that matter, but especially experienced men, if you're giving off those vibes and you're wondering why guys are ghosting you, or why they're pulling back, or they're moving on, that is your answer. Your whining and nagging is pushing them away. Your instability makes them fear that one day you may go, actually, I didn't consent, right? And all it takes is one phone call to the cops, and that guy's spending $100,000 plus on barrister fees or whatever. That's how easy it is today, right? That's just how easy it is, okay? So guys who experience understand that, right? A guy can't ring up and say, 10 years ago I was down the beach with my bikini model girlfriend, and she grabbed my little veggie wiener, the veggie meat, and put it in her mouth and did that and raped me. The cop's gonna be like, yeah, cool mate, cool story, see you later, bye. Okay, won't be taken seriously. Okay, so women just really have to understand it's 2022. No one's made this video, right? This stuff isn't talked about. It should be taught in schools, right? I believe we have a lot of problems in today's world because it's almost like they, whoever they are, they want men and women to fight each other, to hate each other, to misunderstand each other. And it's like men versus women, and Amber Heard versus Johnny, and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So, and again, bringing back that up, the Amber Heard Johnny case, right? That's just showed a billion men around the world how easy it is for a woman to get believed. Imagine if Johnny didn't have millions and millions of dollars to spend on the best lawyers. Imagine if Johnny didn't record conversations. Johnny Depp would probably be in prison right now. If he wasn't in prison, his reputation would be absolutely destroyed. So that's what men with experience, those top 10% men that women really crave, that's what all us men are thinking. Is she stable? Will she flip? Is she going to make up some bullshit? Why does she remind me of my mum when I was 17, pushing me out of the house by bitching and nagging and whining, okay? Well, if I don't do that, nothing gets done. That will work with a beta guy, right? But the women, the guys you really want, all it does is it pushes them away. Just like women, you all agree, if a man doesn't give you enough masculine presence, it pushes you away. He might be able to provide and do all this other stuff. If he comes home from work that day, he's just like, puts on his hat. How's your day? Yeah, good. Oh, yeah, no worries. Do you like my dress? Oh, yeah, it's cool. You know what I mean? He's pushing her away, right? So it's masculine presence is what the women want. The men want just a nice, feminine woman who shows them respect by not whining and bitching. I mean, a little bit of whining, a little bit of bitching is okay. Just a little teeny weeny bit, okay? Just a little tiny little bit here and there. Shows that you're still a woman. But in general, feel it out. The question ask yourself, as a woman, all right? When women are run by their feelings and emotions, and they get me a lot of trouble, but women, ask yourself the question, am I raising his testosterone right now, or am I raising his cortisol? What's your goal? Maybe your goal is to do that, to get him out of your life by raising his cortisol, make him feel unsafe around you, make him feel that you're unstable, that you might do a fake claim against him, complain about your weight, complain, whine, nag. That will push him away, okay? So it depends what your goal is. Maybe you want to get rid of him. Then nag, whine, be unstable. He'll be done, see you later. He might still love you, but he doesn't want to be in the same state as you. You know what I mean? So he won't want to give you masculine presence. He'll be like, I'm outie. I don't feel safe around this chick, you know? Or just lowers my testosterone too much. Well, the man should... That's what that's the thing is with women. So, well, the man... Yeah. he'll do that with another woman. All right? You're not the only woman in the world, okay? And he's not the only man in the world. But if you like him, act like you do. If you want to get rid of him, act like you do. Simple as that. Am I raising his testosterone, or am I raising his cortisol? And if you raise his testosterone again and again and again, you're going to find that man's going to want to do pretty much anything for you, right? Within reason, but he'll give you the masculine presence you really, really crave. Why? Because you raise his testosterone unlike any other woman ever has, okay? Or any other woman can. Be smart with that one, all right? Am I raising his test, or am I raising his cortisol? When cortisol's up, test's down. When test's up, cortisol's down, okay? Test is masculine presence. Cortisol's fear, fight or flight, I'm outie, see you later, boom, boom, distant, get away from her. Are you pushing him into the arms of other women? Ask yourself that question. By doing that, if you want to do that, nag and whine and nag. Become a state champion, a world champion at nagging and whining and raising his cortisol, or nagging. A man with low testosterone is shit to be around. All right, shit to be around. A man of high testosterone, he's caring, he's fair, he's loving, he wants to give you masculine presence. Simple as that. So, are you raising cortisol, or are you raising testosterone? And again, women will disagree with it. And all you women out there who do that, and men who believe women shouldn't get masculine presence, all you're doing is you're making your life harder for yourself, okay? And you can disagree with me, but you're still going to be wrong. So what men want is feminine, nice girl, okay? Who's not whining and not nagging. Maybe a little tiny little slip up here and there's okay. But every day, blah, 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 blah. He's not going to want to give to you because you whine about it. Oh, you went out on a date, or you did this, you did that, it's shit. And it's like, oh my God. Next. Every single man of experience, every man like us knows it's better to invest in a fresh, new woman who has desire for you than to try to rekindle lost desire for a woman who just nags and whines. Every experienced man knows this. We all know this. It's better to start fresh, restart with a new woman versus to try to rekindle, that burning desire that has been replaced now with nagging and whining. Okay, simple as that. Women nag and whine because they want to get attention, guys. Okay, so if you do start to notice her nagging and whining, she's not always. Maybe she's trying to push you away. Maybe she is. But give her masculine presence. Don't reward her that, but then an hour later or whatever, come back around when she's calmed down, then reward that behavior. Never reward negative behavior. Distance yourself from negative behavior. Leave the house, talk to other women, go away. All right? Go away. And politely, respectfully, but just go away. All right? Pull your masculine presence away from that, and when she calms down, reward her with the masculine presence. All right, that's how you train your woman. Women want to be trained, they want to be guided, they want to follow, they want to be led by a masculine, safe man who is an emotional rock, who's in control of his life and knows what he wants and his direction. That's what all quality women crave. Okay, I don't make the rules, nature does, and society pushes it out there.